All right, guys. Coals are on once again. Welcome to episode number 14 of the Sunday Smoke. As you know, we're the podcast about nothing.
About nothing, man.
I'm Sam. This is Jackson. We're your hosts, of course. And I haven't said this for a while, but Jackson, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great.
It's been a while since you said that, right? I was getting worried about you.
I noticed we got a new Gila here.
Right, we got a new shisha. I've been smoking this one for a while, courtesy of Andy from Hookah House.
Tried this one. This one's real smooth.
Yeah, this is it's actually really good. It's the Viro Versa. Check out my Instagram page, Shishagram Australia, where I do a full review of this product. Go check it out. Really good shisha, and I'm glad to bring this one on the podcast for the first time. Yeah. Probably won't be the last as well.
Nah, it's too good. It's too good.
It is a great shisha. Yeah. Also, shout out to David from Hookah Paradise for providing the coals for tonight. Yeah. I went to his lounge, potential future guest actually. Went to his lounge and he said, "From me to you, my friend.
Yeah.
here's some coals." And I've been testing them out for the last couple of weeks.
They're pretty good actually. I've noticed they're ashing quite well.
Oh yeah. I hate coals that ash too much.
I don't want to name names, all right, but I've got a set of coals in the back, right? They ash like crazy.
As soon as you put them on the burner,
as soon as you put them on, like half the coal is gone and it's all ash.
Nah, but these ones, great quality. So shout out to David. Now, I'm a little bit. I want to start this podcast by saying I'm a little bit frustrated.
Why are you frustrated?
All right, I bought some new Ect apparel. Again,
I saw you wearing your Ect pants the other day.
I know, I've got some Ect pants, and these are great. No, the pants and the jumper I wore, very good quality. All right, these pants are great. There is one big issue that I'm going to show you right now, and I'm going to show the viewers on this podcast live on air. Right. So everything's comfortable, but it's got one very weird zipper. Very awkwardly placed zipper.
Show me.
I want to show you.
Show me.
And for the viewers, right there.
What the hell is that?
Right on the...
Who puts anything back there?
Right on the top of the arse.
Bro, that's a disaster.
That is an absolute disaster.
And you can't fit your phone in there. You can't fit. What do you fit in there? Like cash, a wallet, what?
And if I put anything in there, it'll look like I shit my pants. So like it's
exactly. It's like one big print.
I don't know about
the top of your ass.
I don't know if the producers of Ect are listening. What's going on in that zipper?
Oh, that's horrible design right there. I actually wanted to talk about technology, man, because I've been thinking about this quite recently. I've always said, I wish, like this day and age, we're lucky with the technology we've got.
Yep.
Right. But do you think it's gone a bit too far?
I think technology has gone too far.
Yeah. Social media, like everyone's watching everything. Like there's no kind of, autonomy in what you get to do. Everyone's dictated by what's going on, through your phone.
Yeah.
Everything's decided by what you see on social media. Do you think that there's more downside? Like, I'm not saying, 40 years ago, we're better off than 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about from like 2005,
yeah.
Right? Socially, have we actually really benefited that much?
I think technology. I'm gonna
because there's been a lot of pluses, right? Medically, engineering wise, of course.
That's exactly right.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But socially, have we improved really?
All right. All right. There's two parts to this that I want to say. There's technology and there's social media. I think they both need to be dived into. Technology, I think it's done better for the world. I think it's done more better than good. Like medical wise, like you said, access to people, everything. Like everything's just there. Yeah. It's also the negative. All right. I think it's just common sense how it becomes a negative when everything's right in front of you.
Yeah.
So I think for productivity and efficiency, it's done wonders. And with social media, people will say social media is toxic and it's done us very bad. I don't think social media is toxic. I've got a different opinion on this. Social media isn't toxic because it's like the old saying, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I think the same thing applies with social media. It's not social media that is toxic. It's the people behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
And what social media has created through people.
I agree with that 100%. Because it's like, people are controlling it. And it's you get these big names, influencers, everything. Yeah. And they're controlling social media. And it's great for them who are trying to build a name for themselves.
Yeah.
But when you got people that are just trying to follow that same path, they're being dictated in their lives by everything that's going on, and that's the not so good part. So that's why I say socially, I think it's done us a little bit worse in a way.
Okay.
All right, But I think, obviously it's bringing the whole world together. It's getting us to see different sides of the world that we've never seen before. That's all great and amazing, but I think people just need to be a bit more aware of there's a lot of downside to it too.
Yeah.
What happened to the days where, it was just a phone call and when you had the old Nokia phones, man, like I'm talking like as if I'm that old, but like
Yeah.
I had a Nokia phone.
Yeah.
And I never texted anyone.
You just called.
You
had credit
made a
too.
phone. Yeah.
So who you called is very important.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to really decide, all right, is this person important
It really
enough?
limits face-to-face conversation,
Yeah.
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 I don't know. It bothers me a little bit. So I want to get into a segment we call Grind My Gears.
Yes.
Right? Because we actually got something a little bit different today. We got something in from the people.
Yes. People have been DMing us on Instagram, telling us what grinds their gears. So we're going to bring it on the podcast.
So shout out to Ray here. He's got me a good one, man. So it's just 2 words: potholes. Bro, Sydney roads are infested with potholes. It's
100%.
like a virus. It's like a cancer that's spreading throughout Sydney, especially through the inner city. If you drive a lot around there.
Yeah. Oh, so even in these areas, man,
Bro.
especially when it was raining, very bad.
But I'm not a scientist. I don't know kind of to go with this stuff, but I feel like when it rains, that's when the potholes start to come out because it makes the ground more damp. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I got one thing about potholes, right? There's some kind of conspiracy going on because I went to a mechanic a few weeks ago, right? And they're making mad coin off these potholes, man. With the amount of tires and rims and pothole damage that's done to cars, right? Because what do you get charged when you get a tire fixed or like a rim dented or whatever?
I've never actually had to go individually to get them done.
It's a few $100s each.
Yeah.
Right.
Each.
And I was speaking to the mechanic and he's like, man, like I've had literally 10 people in with pothole damages to the car just this week. Right. That's at least, like. Especially with these sole traders, bro, they're making so much. They're loving these potholes.
It's good for business.
And the funny thing is that they don't have to worry about it because they just fix it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, mechanics love life with these potholes, but it's a disaster. I ran into one the other day, and I thought my whole car was broken.
You thought you were gone.
I thought,
the end.
I honestly thought it was like an explosion in the back. I thought, I don't know.
Man, what grinds my gears about potholes, but is when you're driving and there's a pothole coming and you slow down, but the person behind you doesn't know there's a pothole in front of you. So you slow down and then they beep you and then try to overtake you while you're trying to avoid this pothole and they get angry at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I just saved your life, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I just saved your tires.
Exactly.
A bit of gratitude would be nice. I got one coming in from Slady.
Slady.
The Slaternator. Yeah, he's saying when you click and collect and someone who isn't click and collecting parks in the allocated spots.
You know what, man? I can't complain much about that
You do
because I'm that guy.
Yeah?
I am definitely that guy.
Slady hates you, man. You grind Slady's gears.
I hate Slady too.
Hey, don't do Slady like that, man. No, it is a bit of a frustrating.
Look, the way I maybe during COVID it would have been worse.
Yeah.
Right, because everyone was click and collecting. Now,
Not as many people
I've
like
only ever click and collected like once or twice in my life. Right? So it's never really been a big deal for me.
Yeah.
So like, I just see it as another parking spot. I never see people click and collecting anyways.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. I don't. It doesn't grind my gears.
I really don't feel like there's that many people click and collecting to fill up all the click and collect car spots.
Yeah, and every time I've gone to a click and collect car spot, they've been empty anyway.
Like, because if you're that bothered to drive to a place to pick up an item, you may as well just not, have the hassle of buying it online first and just go into the store.
Yeah.
What? Like, you're already there. Just go buy it there.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like you save time.
Oh, yeah. Because then you got to wait for the click and collect order to be ready.
Yeah, you got to wait the next day, bro. Just go into the store.
Let's go there. There and then. Yeah. Easy.
It's like I had to do a click and collect, right? But like I drove up to the place to see if they had it, right? And then I made the payment then and there.
Yeah.
To do the click and collect, but then they had to wait the next day for the payment to go through so I could collect it.
Disaster.
So I'm like, well, I could have just walked into the store, but because it was COVID, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So
you know what grinds my gears? Click and collect.
Yeah. Bro.
Go to the store.
Bro, go to the store. What is this bullshit, man? Just go into the store.
And then, all right, last one. There's actually one more. I did want to say this one. Shout out to your sister who sent this one in. What grinds Antonia's gears is Jackson. I think you all grind our gears in the late, man.
She grinds my gears too every day of my life.
You slow bastard. So Jackson, a little inspiration from a topic that I want to bring up is, favorite TV shows.
Like series.
Well, favorite TV show is the question. And what inspired me to do this is because I haven't been watching that much TV lately. I've been a bit busy, but I started watching the F1 Drive to Survive on Netflix.
Yes.
Great documentary. If you haven't seen it, even if you're not an F1 fan, because I'm not even an F1 fan, what a documentary it is.
Yeah.
And then it got me thinking, like, so there's some damn good TV shows that have been watched over the years.
Yeah. 100%.
What's your favorite?
Look, like, there's so many different varieties of TV shows. So, like, I feel like, if you want to go for a sitcom, you can't beat Seinfeld, right?
Yes, Seinfeld.
But if you want to go for a drama, there's so many different styles. Like, my favorite might not be what's the best.
No, we're not talking about the best. We're talking about your personal favorite.
I'd say, like, Smallville. I love Smallville. I like that
okay.
superhero kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Smallville was great.
Yep.
But it's only great for like the first, 5 seasons.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah, it's always one of those. But I feel like you can only go so long before you start running out of stuff to write about. Smallville. I love Jericho.
Okay.
I don't know if you've...
No, I haven't seen
anyone
that
that hasn't seen it. It's only 2 seasons. The first season's great. The second season's a bit eh.
Yeah.
And then I love Supernatural. I'm a big...
That was a good show.
That's
I
a
haven't
good
watched
show.
it all the way through.
But they always say there's 2 parts of Supernatural. There's 15 seasons, right? There's 2 halves of Supernatural. There's seasons 1 to 5 and everything else.
Okay.
Right? Like,
okay.
5 is the last really good season. Everything else is a bit
Yeah.
But you're just kind of pot committed at that point.
Yeah. Ray will love you on that one. He loves his Supernatural.
I know, man.
I've got 2 favorite TV shows that come to mind immediately. The one, actually, I'll save that one for a second. Prison Break is definitely up there. And I don't care what anyone says. It's Prison Break season 1 to 4. The extra movie length ending that they did, like the alternate ending to it. Even season 5 when they brought it back. Love every bit of it.
Can I just say with Prison Break, right? Everyone says that the 3rd season is the worst season, right? Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the 3rd season second best. So obviously the 1st season is the best.
Yeah, that's
right. That's not debatable,
mm-hmm.
right? And then I actually enjoyed the 3rd season more than the 2nd and the 4th. The 4th was I didn't like.
Yeah,
it was boring. It just bored me.
Okay,
but I really liked the 3rd season.
Yeah, no, so did I. And then my favorite show of all time, it's Breaking Bad, easily, hands down, 10 out of 10 show. Heisenberg, shout out, come on the podcast.
So I've only watched bits of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. Right,
greatest show of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some people find it boring. Some people think there are too many filler episodes in there. I think it's the best, most well put together show of all time.
Yeah, I've heard amazing things.
It's about a man that just is at the crossroads of his life and finds something that he's good at, which is making meth, and just goes balls deep with it to provide for his family. And it just shows you what a man will do to provide for his family. That's my one. You should watch it.
Yeah, I want to get into it. But it's hard to find time to get.
Yeah, you're a busy. You are a busy man.
Yeah. Roll the eyes. All right, so I want to get into something a little bit different. We're going to talk about sports, in particular the NBA.
Yes.
Right, because there's a lot of drama, a lot of things that have been going on in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this playoffs.
Yep.
First of all, I want to say I don't know what the hell Kevin Durant's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolute shocker. Right? The guy has gone from, being pretty much undisputed, the best player in the world, to not even being able to score like 20 points.
Falling off a bit.
Yeah, and it's crazy, because the guy's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
And he can do pretty much anything a guard can do, but he's just getting shut down by Jason Tatum and the Celtics.
Yeah.
And it's really embarrassing, like badly. And I'm loving life, right? Because, I'm a Warriors fan.
Yeah. Doing very well. But they lost today.
Yeah, they lost today. Look, they made a good comeback, down the stretch in the 4th, but things weren't falling. They were a bit jumpy at the ball.
Mm.
So it didn't work out too well. But I don't want to get too much into the Warriors. I'm loving life because, Kevin Durant left the Warriors. Now he's struggling quite a bit, and I'm just loving that. I'm ecstatic about that.
Man, who do you think is going to take out the whole comp?
Look, personally, I'm going to back the Warriors.
You're going to back the Warriors?
Of course I am.
You objectively think they're going to win, or is it just a bit of bias?
Because
they are pretty strong.
No. I objectively think they're going to win.
Yeah.
Purely because I don't see a team in the East that can win it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you asked me a couple months ago, I would have said Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right? even though they were playing shit. But I just thought that their star power would be good enough. Right now, it's not looking that way. And it would have been the Phoenix Suns. Would have been hard. I think Memphis is a tough one for the Warriors.
Yep.
Right. They've the way they play is just a tough matchup for the Warriors.
Okay.
Phoenix have been the best team all season, but when you consider that the Warriors haven't been fully healthy all season and now it's kind of coming together for them, I feel like they're looking like the favorites now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if you actually look at it, they are the favorites right now.
Yep.
But
Be
you know,
interesting
it'll
to see
it'll be a tough season between it'll be a tough series between them and Phoenix either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think the Warriors will be taking on in the final?
The way it's looking right now, it definitely looks like the Celtics.
Hopefully. I'm a Celtics fan.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the Celtics. Like, I enjoy watching them play.
Yeah.
You know, Jason Tatum's really up there right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. You know, shout out to the Celtics. But you know what I love, man. You know what I love about final season in the NBA, man. The live updates from Ray.
Ray,
Big fan. And you know what I want to do?
he's a massive fan, and he always gives the live updates on his Instagram stories.
So you know what I want to do? I want to call Ray right now.
To get his thoughts.
Right here now on the podcast. I want to see if hopefully Ray answers. He might be a little bit busy doing the live updates on his Instagram.
I'm going to give him a call.
We'll
see what he has to say.
Yeah. Calling Ray. Hopefully he answers.
Hello.
Oh.
Ray, what's going on?
Hey, Jackson. Hey, how are you?
How are you, man? Guess what?
What?
You're live on the Sunday Smoke.
I'm live on the Sunday Smoke.
You're
You
live on the Sunday Smoke.
Oh,
Welcome, Ray. Welcome.
live on the Sunday Smoke. Are you guys recording?
Yes.
We're recording live.
Yeah. Guess what I'm doing?
What are you doing, Ray?
I'm having a nice glass of red wine.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
What kind of wine?
Yes, I am. So what are you guys on? TikTok live or YouTube
No,
live?
no,
or
We're recording a video for the Sunday Smoke, and we actually wanted to get your
happy Sunday, boys.
yeah. We wanted to get your opinion on something. We've been talking about this NBA postseason,
All right, I'm the expert for that.
and we want to hear your thoughts on who you think is the favorite currently, and what you think is going on right now.
All right. Should we go East and West or just overall?
I think
Because I think maybe because I'm a bit biased already, but there's a good strong case. So should we go East and West or just overall?
let's go East and West.
All right, we'll start in the East. I'm gonna say, this is a tough comp. You've got the Miami Heat. You've got the Milwaukee Bucks. You've actually got the Boston Celtics on the verge of a sweep. But
on the verge of a sweep.
Look, I'm gonna say that Milwaukee clutch it out. I'm gonna say that they defeat the Chicago Bulls. They move on to defeat the Celtics, and they make it through to the conference finals, where they will beat the Philadelphia 76ers to make it into the post finals for the second time of the year. However, the overall outstanding favorites to win is indeed in the West. The Golden State Warriors have PTSD. The Poole, Curry, Clay, and Draymond and Wiggins. So, look, they've been outstanding when they run that new death lineup. They're I think they're like plus 17 in the last 48 minutes that they've played. Yeah, it's just overwhelming. They can't. No one matches up well with them. They've been injured all season, and now they're at full strength. They've got the young blood in Jonathan Kuminga. They've got beautiful depth. I just don't see anyone beating them down the stretch.
What do you feel about the other contenders in the West?
Look, the other contenders, who have you got in the West? We've got, honestly, they're all irrelevant. You've got the Denver Nuggets who the Golden State Warriors are going to beat.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Phoenix Suns, they are popular. However, there is a problem with the Phoenix Suns.
What's the problem?
They're a one and done team. They're a one hit wonder.
Yeah.
So
you think so?
Yeah.
But they made it to the finals. They made it to the finals last year.
Look, I don't believe they have depth. I don't believe they have characteristics. You can see that the New Orleans Pelicans, of all teams, are fighting hard, and they're now 2-2.
You know what? I definitely noticed that. But that does have something to do with Devin Booker getting injured.
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you why. Because when Devin Booker was out for the season, for about maybe 10, 15 game stretch season, the Phoenix Suns were winning. So, and they were versing it against much better teams. I just think that the Phoenix Suns they're bust. I think they're just They're a one-hit wonder, and it's becoming evident now. Chris Paul's getting frustrated. He's old. The team's lacking in depth.
He's an old
I
bastard.
feel like the Pelicans won't win this series, but it will go 7 games. It will tire them out, and then you've got the Memphis Grizzlies or the Timberwolves staring down their lane. So the West is hard. The West is hard.
And who do you think's gonna take? Who do you think's gonna take it out?
Who's taking the
Take
cake?
it out. So who's eating the cake?
Yes.
I'm telling you right now. I'm ready to say it all. I'm ready to lay it all down on the table. The Golden State Warriors will win the NBA Finals in 6 games.
Okay.
In 6 games. He's
6
calling
games.
it.
6 games. You heard it here first.
I might put a bet on that one.
The NBA Final champions will
All
be
right.
the Golden State Warriors in 6.
Beautiful.
Love it, Ray.
All right, Ray.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
so
for
much
coming on.
listening.
Thanks for
Loving
jumping on
Sunday
the.
Smoke.
Thanks for jumping on the pod, mate. We appreciate it.
I'm having a nice Nebuchadnezzar 2014.
Beautiful.
If you guys wanna get a Google image of that, pop that up on the screen with my face.
Beautiful. All right.
Nah, don't do that. Don't
All right,
do
Ray.
it.
Enjoy yourself,
All right, boys.
and we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon, boys.
Oh,
See you,
bye.
mate. You gotta love Ray.
Gotta love Ray, man.
So Jackson, it's time to bring back cheat codes for life. Where we get essentially cheat codes for life.
Yeah.
I couldn't really articulate myself there, but we'll roll with it. What's your one this week, Jack?
Look, obviously this one I've kind of used. I guess you could call it a cheat code. Getting good with your supervisor, not necessarily your manager,
Yeah.
right? Or sometimes it can go either way,
Yeah.
right? Because your direct supervisor can always give you a reference. All right,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be your manager, right? Doesn't need to be your leader, whatever it might be.
Mhm.
Getting good with either your supervisor. If you're not getting good with the supervisor, getting good with one of them, because you can pick and choose who you want a reference from.
Yeah.
And get character references, man.
Beautiful.
Getting good with people in high positions,
Mhm.
right?
And that
Because
doesn't mean brown nosing. That doesn't mean kissing ass.
no,
A bit of rapport.
Yeah, a bit of rapport.
Yeah.
Because they can write you a character reference.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to ask for one.
Yeah.
And those references go a long way, especially when you're looking for a job.
Yeah. Matt, I like that one. My one it was sent in early on when we actually started this segment from the E-Man. And what the E-Man says is, don't own a boat. Be mates with a guy that owns a boat. I've never heard a more factual and true statement.
Boats are a disaster to run.
Oh, imagine the cleaning that goes involved.
Yeah, disaster.
Because you got a mate that owns a boat. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. It's like being an uncle or like a grandparent. You can enjoy the kids, but at the end of the day, you can leave.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, the same thing applies with a boat. All right.
The same thing applies with a lot of things,
Yeah.
man.
But
It's like saying you don't need to be rich if you got a rich friend. It's like that. Like
essentially, yes, yeah. 'Cause with a boat, man, you don't have to worry about the cleaning. You don't have to worry about the maintenance, the costs, the ongoing costs. You're just there. You enjoy it, have a few drinks, and then you go home to your boatless life, which I think is the superior life. Just one of the last things that we want to bring up before we wrap this one up. I want to talk about haters.
haters. What kind of haters?
Haters gonna hate, and specifically not haters in general. Haters for our podcast, everything. We haven't had that many because we're relatively new.
Yeah.
But there have been some haters, man, calling our podcast cringy, saying I've got to blow my nose, which I do.
Did he lie?
He's definitely not lying. I definitely need to get my nose fixed. But and specifically, what I want to talk about haters is, why do haters hate, and what our opinions on the fact. Because there's two reasons that people would hate.
See, but can I just interject here?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's two types of haters.
Yeah.
There's haters that actually hate, and then there's haters that just troll because it's funny.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna sort of get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because two times you would hate. One is when you have way too much time on your hands, and as you said, you're just trolling, the keyboard warrior. Because why do that?
Yeah.
The second one would be probably if you're a bit insecure about your own life, and want to sort of take that out on people that are actually trying to do stuff with their lives. They're the two types of haters. And what I want to touch on more is, why do people that are in position, let's say doing podcasts, for example, let's say our competitors, why aren't they hating on our podcasts? Because they don't have time.
They don't have time, and they don't really worry about it.
Exactly.
When you got your own thing going,
Yeah.
you're not really worried about freaking Joe down the road. Like you got your own thing going. You don't care what's going on in his life.
Yeah. In fact, you want to try to bring people up.
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Because everyone started somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Everyone starts somewhere,
Yeah.
and you move on to be. Did Joe Rogan start off that big? I mean, actually, that's probably a bad.
Well, it's
that
Joe
is-
Rogan.
it is Joe Rogan. No, that's a bad example.
Yeah.
But it's true for most people,
Yeah.
right? You don't start off big. You make your way big.
Yeah. You make your
Right.
way downtown,
You know.
walking fast. So that's what I just.
I do find some hate comments real funny though.
No, it is
like,
hilarious.
and I never take it as hate. Like some are genuinely funny.
Yeah, no, they are.
Like,
Even when they try to make it obvious that they are hating,
yeah.
you know, I like to give it back as well a little bit sometimes.
No, in a positive way.
In
Kind
a
of funny.
positive way, but in a funny way, in a humorous way. For example, the guy that called our podcast cringy, he commented on one of our YouTube shorts, and the YouTube short that it was, the topic that we were talking about was tight asses. And it's like, bro, this guy, and I didn't comment this at the time because we were new. If I could go back, I would have commented this, but he commented on the tight ass video. So he's exposed himself as a tight ass. Why comment on that one? Why not go on a different video?
Yeah.
You know, one that has...
Go on a full length video.
Yeah, exactly. And call our podcast cringy instead of exposing yourself essentially as a tight ass. Maybe it was your mate, the one that we were talking about.
You know, the funny thing is, I actually told my mate that it was about him.
Oh, really? You didn't know?
Yeah, he didn't know. And then
Because in that episode, you said that he would know 100%.
yeah, no, I thought like he thought I was talking about one of my cousins, right?
Yeah.
And I go to him, no, it was about you.
Poor guy. But, you know, whatever his name is, if he's listening, bro, you're all right, man.
You're all right, man.
Jackson, final segment to wrap this one up. You know what it's time for?
Hookah time.
It's hookah time indeed. And one thing I want to talk about here on this episode is fresh heads versus standard heads, like we got on here, clay heads. Because you love because everyone starts, you know, they love the you know, the orange head,
yeah.
the pineapple, the apple, especially having double apple.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Fresh heads are overrated.
Yes, they are
way overrated.
Extremely
and
overrated.
don't waste your money on a pineapple head. What for?
Oh, the amount of tobacco. And look, like, because my brother, he's argued this, like, oh, you know, like whenever you have like an orange head, for example, that's his favorite. They just hit different. And I'm like, yeah, look, I'm not saying that you're getting a bad session out of a fresh head, which is, to everyone that doesn't know, a fresh head is a fruit head. But when you look at how much tobacco you're going to put into that fresh head compared to when, you know, if we're using the a Suri bowl, or I've got the Pyro here, when you compare the amount of tobacco versus the longevity, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Flavor wise, you don't
like. I mean, you get it. Okay, look at how long we've been smoking for here. We've been smoking here for probably like
over an hour,
45 minutes,
I
an
reckon
hour,
we're hitting about the hour because
almost an hour mark.
Yeah.
Right. And you look at a fresh head that you get, and you get what, an hour and a half if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Like, if you're lucky.
Yeah, and the problem is with some of these fresh heads, if you get them and they're too ripe and they're nice and juicy, that's actually going to make it last even less because there's just too much juice. There's too much, you know, and that's going to go through your downstem into your base. And I don't know if they can pick this up on camera, but there's actually quite a bit of tobacco. I've accidentally overpacked my bowl a little bit, and a lot of tobacco has run through the downstem into the water, and that's going to hinder your session.
Yeah, and not only that, and like I don't know exactly the workings, but if you've ever looked at inside or made your own fresh head, right, you do it pretty shallow a lot of the time, right? You cut your pineapple, for example, it's quite shallow. When you go in here, you got actually a bit of depth to fluff pack your bowl or whatever. You can't really do that in a fresh head.
Yeah, because then even if you do, then fluff it. Put the foil down, and that's going to dense it down a bit.
Yeah, then it's just going to burn faster.
Look, it's fine. A fresh head is good. It's easier to clean up, that's for sure.
Yeah, you just chuck it out.
It's not as good as just having, as long as you get like a high quality, you know, white clay, even like maybe a stone bowl or something. That's, in my opinion, the way to go.
Yeah.
Things.
All right, and with that being said, I want to give a quick plug over to our TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. You can find us on YouTube and Instagram at The Sunday Smoke. Be sure on YouTube to subscribe, hit the like button if you like the video. If you don't, please don't hit the dislike button.
Or do. Interaction.
It's interaction.
Yeah.
Comment if you feel like there's something you want to share, you know, because we read the comments on YouTube as well. So, like, we'll check them out. If you got something that grinds your gears and you feel that that's the best way to reach us, by all means do that, because we definitely do check.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram, hit us a DM, you know, follow us. give us some ideas. And TikTok, we're on the Sunday Smoke clips for all the
Yes.
clips. We're cutting it down a little bit because obviously I'm running TikTok. I want to try post instead of every day 3 to 4 TikToks a week,
Yep.
just of the best quality kind of stuff that we
Yeah.
have on the podcast. I feel like that's
No fillers.
yeah.
Mm.
And yeah,
And then with the Instagram, if anyone that's noticed, I'm turning it a little bit different into somewhat of a meme page almost, because we'll have our Instagram reels where we'll post obviously from TikTok the best content to promote it to a new audience, but then also on the posting page, I want to do sort of like a meme page, like a meme. So like if we got like something that grinds my gears, little caption grind my gears with a funny photo or a memeable photo. And then put a little snippet underneath.
let us know if you like it. It's
Yeah,
something different.
something
We're trying different things,
Yeah.
because we can.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it, man.
Create the pollable question in the Instagram story.
Yeah, because that's what
And
that's
then-
what we want. We want the interaction.
Yeah.
We want to hear from the people.
That's it. And then one final thing for anyone that's listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to us on your audio streaming services, if you can leave us a review or give us a star rating if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Look, we like 5 stars. We like 4 stars. Anything below that, just try
maybe
not to
not,
rate.
but
like,
But if you can just help us out in that way it can get us higher in the algorithm, especially on Apple Podcasts. That's very important.
yeah.
It apparently will boost us up a little bit over time.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys could just do that really quick, if you're listening to us on there, it'll take 2 minutes, not even. And then I think I think we'll wrap it up for this week. And next week we have a very special guest. One of my best friend is coming on this podcast. I won't say his name, but it's definitely going to be cooking in here next week. So, but with that said, Jackson, what time is it?
It's time to take the calls off.
Thanks for listening, guys.